is a piece that needs to be experienced. One can describe it and say that there are 6,800 bamboo poles lashed together with 70 miles of rope, and there are 2 artists, and there are up to 20 rock climbers, and it's changing and evolving, and it raises to a height of 50 feet ultimately. But it's indescribable. You really need to be here to experience the phenomenon that it presents. It's really a boundary-breaking project. It's its own microcosm, and just in this remarkable setting, it really needs to be experienced. It is, I think, quite indescribable.
The piece is, to us, it's sort of a philosophical architecture. Our philosophy being that
nothing is individual and monolithic. Everything is made up of many pieces. You know, whether you're talking about a personal life, you're made of your family, you're made of the society that
all of your experiences,
and the history behind it. It's all coming together, creating.
And it didn't come together in a smooth, linear, hierarchical fashion. It's chaos, and this is how we live and grow. And if everything was a straight line, there would be no creativity. It happens through these chaotic interconnections. And we felt that if that a structure could work this way too. There's so many redundant load paths, meaning that the weight is distributed everywhere. One pole might be 40 feet long and have 15 interconnections on other 40-foot poles, all going
in random directions, and it just becomes a solid mass that's very porous. It can't collapse, and you don't need an engineered structure with every member being planned to create something that very naturally exists in the world. This is a building technique that's very sound.
It's all about interdependence. The walkways are something that we really see as arteries. It's a way for us and the climbers to get around in the piece and move the bamboo from area to area. The Met thought that it would be great to allow visitors up into it, which this is up inside the pieces where you really get to feel the chaos and interdependence. Down below, it's more of a forest and very sort of serene.
You can relate to monkeys in a zoo a little bit, being you're in your world doing something and all these people are watching you and perhaps talking about you as if you can't hear them when you can.
It's exciting to work at the Met, you know, it's pretty cool to be down here.
I think that it's the reward to see the public come and see their reaction to it, because often they show that they're very inspired by it and they're very appreciative of it. So for me, that's a lot of what the project is about.
For us, we're just climbing around in this
maze, this labyrinth, and then just creating as we move along with freedom.
It's a very optimistic piece, and the relationships that we've built with our assistants, the rock climbers, it's just wonderful. It's such a joy.
And like a nest. I think one of the feelings that people do get is, people that normally are afraid of heights tell us that they just feel secure in it, and it has a nest quality to it that I think is very primal.
As climbers, it's something that's what we all live for. That's part of the reason why we climb, to get up and take that view, get up to the top, and also in following lines, following a rock line and out here, and then creating bamboo lines from different points on the structure, looking at different lines that you've placed.
Part of the exhibition will be the beginning stages of dismantling and the beginning of its death. Just pole by pole, untying the knots that we spent 8 months tying.
Some pieces we might cut out and keep as a relic.
The living room that we spent so many breaks and lunch breaks and parties on Friday night, we're going to try and keep and show it in the gallery somewhere.
And I fully suspect we may see snow by the time the piece is dismantled. This is going to be a lengthy deinstall, and we may have come full cycle from snowfall to snowfall all over again.